Hello, Sharks. I'm Veer Javeri and I'm 15 years old. Today, I would like to present to you my business and real estate app, LifeBy. I'm of the opinion that any business needs to be successful by building trust and forming connections. Here at LifeBy, the not so frequent home buying process is one that's mutually appreciated by both the buyer and the seller. The motto we work on is never sell a house when we can sell a home. Our specialty is that we work on curating a lifestyle specifically tailored to our clients and one that lasts them the test of time. We do this by compiling data from all property mediums available, giving our clients the choicest selections. Finding one's ideal property is actually much easier than you think. All you need is the five fingers. 1. The place of work, your family age and size, your level of social interaction, the amenities you require, and your net worth. On our app, you'd start by registering yourself and giving your app GPS access to your phone. This will let you find a list of freelancing agents near you. Once you decide on an agent, you'd schedule a meeting. After the agent understands your five fingers, you'd receive a list within 2 working days via an app notification with a potential property pinpointed on the interactive map. Our map system is supplied by Google Maps, where on each property you would be able to take a virtual tour and see how its statistics and whereabouts link to your five fingers. For example, if you don't agree with the property selection, you could even send our agent feedback via the app and have it removed within 24 hours. If you were unsure about a certain feature of a property, you could take a virtual reality tour of the property with the app. Also, you can even compare two properties and see which one is the best fit for you. The only way to have a successful business is through several revenue streams. Our first revenue stream would be the app downloads. We charge a ridiculously competitive fee of only $5 per app download. The second fee is the list for our agents and researchers to compile 6 to 10 properties, which is $25. Now, that's the end of the client's fees. Now, this comes to the main part of the pie, our co-brokering commission. Here is when since we are not a listing app, we're simply brokers. We enter a co-brokering deal with the listing agent of the property. We agree on a fair split that works in both of our favors. Now, with the USA housing market worth in excess of $30 trillion, 1/3 of Americans are looking to buy a house in the next 5 years, with 10% of the population within the next 1 year. We feel that LifeBy will be able to capitalize on this due to our versatility and price range of our homes. How should you be sure? With LifeBy, we give each of our buyers every tool available to make sure they're 100% certain with their decision. The last thing we want them to do is to make a choice that they're unhappy with. We find our homes by monitoring the market that our agents are in, so that they can propose these houses to our clients. After contacting the listing firm, we work out, as I said earlier, the commission split, and this would be in return for a sale. Now, which one of you sharks wants to live life with LifeBy? Thank you.
I really enjoyed your motto in particular. That was very, very special for me. Judges, I hand it over to you.
Can I?
Ms. Devi,
Just
go for it.
thank you for the presentation, Veer. I'm not very familiar with the US housing market, so I will defer to my two colleagues, Joe and Mehdi, who are based in Singapore. But what is it that you believe makes your proposition unique from your competitors in the market that already exist?
So currently, you must have heard of the US property site Zillow. It gives you all the tools to see a house, to take a virtual reality tour just like ours, but it doesn't let you integrate the house buying process in the website. Sure, you can call the agent, but the problem with Zillow is it's a listing app. So the amount of agents and properties they offer is very limited. With LifeBy, since we're not a listing app, we don't have any upfront costs in order to list a property. We just have to make sure since our agents are freelancers, we have a commission split with them as well. So technically, we don't have any hiring costs, or we don't actually have any costs in terms of employees.
Thank you.
Lovely question. Maybe we can hear from one of our judges based in America right now. Yes, Mr. Mutahir.
So this was a great presentation. I'm actually a real estate entrepreneur myself, and I spend a lot of time on Zillow. They did announce, however, that they are getting into brokerage. So you're now competing with a public company that has billions of dollars, taking over lots of smaller actual real estate companies in the United States. So how do you see yourself facing a giant that has already established itself in a number of different areas, not only in terms of showing listing homes, but actually helping brokering transactions?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I read about the new Zillow announcement, it would be their in-house brokers proposing each home. With us, since each of our brokers are freelancing, we select the cream of the cream brokers to have specialized in each area. For example, if you were looking for a house, we would, and if you were, let's say, in New York, we would only suggest brokers to you that have exponentially a great number of sales with houses in New York, not apartments or condos. Our brokers are, since they're freelancing, we are able to provide a wide range of brokers that have a specialty in different niches.
Okay. And so maybe a follow-up question in terms of revenue model. So the freelance broker, the real estate agent that represents each side of the transaction are already getting commissions. What is going to be your cut?
I think a fair cut for us between LifeBy and the freelancing broker would be 60-40 in favor of the broker. This is because we don't the broker doesn't have to do anything. We take 40% because we're providing the broker with all the tools at their disposal to make the home marketable and make it open to the public. The broker isn't involved with any of the backroom work.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Stern. Oh, I'm sorry. I believe you're on mute right now. I apologize.
I'm sorry. I live in New York, and I've had the misfortune of buying a house and an apartment. And I feel very bad for the brokers who have worked for me because I'm very picky. And I wouldn't think about buying a piece of property based on a computer model. I want to see it, and that takes a lot of time. Who's actually going to do the work in your structure?
Do you mean the work in terms of viewing the properties or listing the properties on our app?
Showing me around, convincing me.
Oh, so that would be if you remember in my presentation, I said that you could choose the agent that you feel the most comfortable with. So if you see that an agent has sold, let's say 100+ houses in the New York area, you could select him, and then you would have a conversation with him over the app. And then once he gets back to you with the list of 6 to 10 potential homes, you could then select 2 or 3 and then go view them with the broker.
Very interesting. Thank you.
And if I may add something myself, we now also, as we notice in America and New York especially, a lot of the real estate sales are through offices and industrial spaces. We do intend on adding up a section of our app to that, but I think that would need much more backing from greater companies, and the marketing would be best if, for example, we had the backing of Goldman Sachs, that their new office was provided to them by LifeBy.